As you heard there, Biden is showcasing the $3 billion US commitment to the creation of the Lobito Corridor. Now, he'll be later visiting Zambia and DR Congo on his tour, all of them countries to be connected by this railway that's meant to counter Chinese influence in the region. Now, for more on the context within which all this sits, I'm joined now from South Africa by Dr Ongama Mtinka, the acting director of the Raymond Mhlaba Centre for Govnernance and Leadership. Doctor, thanks so much for taking the time to speak to me. Now, first of all, we had a lot of big feelings, big plans on show there. What's your take on what Biden's trip says about the changing nature of Africa's relations with the rest of the world? And is this mutual respect and declarative collaboration sustainable?
It shows the importance of Africa in the geopolitical and geostrategic interests between the West and the US and China. On the other hand, the EU and the US have been catching up as far as infrastructure investment in that region, given the centrality of Zambia, Angola, the DRC, in the new scramble for Africa when it comes to some of the minerals that are necessary for the energy transitions that are taking place, whether it be battery storage or minerals that are key in technological advancement. China had prioritized that area since the 1970s, building a railway line from Zambia to Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. And the US was lagging behind along with the European Union. And I think in the last, say, 8 years, we've seen a concerted effort to regain momentum in terms of mega project financing in that region.
Do you reckon, though, that, bearing in mind some of the geopolitical shifts that are likely to shake up the US's foreign policy once Donald Trump takes over from Biden in January, do you reckon that some of the statements and sentiments expressed by Biden on this current trip are sustainable? And what do you think is likely to change once the administration changes in the US?
So interestingly, the interests of big tech in the US are, in fact, influenced by the demand. They trigger the demand for some of the minerals that are concerned here. So there will likely be some continuity. However, the tit for tat and coercive diplomatic approach that Trump seems to be suggesting might jeopardize some of these, but I don't think. I think eventually cool heads will prevail. But I think that it's not going to be easy. Also, I mean, with Biden coming so late in his term, having not set foot here, say for attending a conference in Egypt, it does say that this is a very late attempt, but it has always been led by US financing interests mainly, because even though there hasn't been state presence, they have had an interest in mega project financing there. I expect that that's going to continue. However, there are concerns that are there among African leaders about, for example, the continuity of policy programs like the Africa Growth and Opportunity Act. Trump seems to be very emphatic that US foreign policy interests have to be tied in with its trade interests. And this is something that doesn't bode, that's not going to make easy and seamless the transition from this administration to the Trump administration.